Hello everybody here at Gotham Gymnastics HQ back with you. How you doing? How's the workout? Good workout for bars, huh? Very nice. Thank you, David, for doing that. Very nice workout for bars. Now we have the amazing Doc Ali guys talking about the second part of the talk that she had in the beginning. Here with us about 2 weeks ago. So now she's back, and I'm gonna ask Doc Ali, come in as soon as you can. You can come in, join us. I'll bring you in here to the workout with us. I mean to the workout, to the live with us. There we go. I see you. I'm gonna push you in here. Yeah, Gotham Gymnastics. Hey, Doc Ali, how are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, can see you. Looking good.
Thank you. Hold on. I'm going to back this up just a little bit. I seem a little close or something.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, good. So how have you been there? How is your state? How are things going there?
I've been good. I'm in Arizona. I'm up in the mountains of Arizona. And it's been good. I feel like I saw you guys the first week. And I feel like the first week, everyone was like, okay, we're going to do the best we can. We're optimistic. And I think as time has gone on, especially in the last 10 days, people have been more like, all right, I'm ready to get back in the gym. Like, all right, this has been enough. I'm ready to get back in the gym. So I've been noticing that people are a little more frustrated. So I think this is a good time to kind of try to work on keeping our spirits up and staying resilient and staying mentally tough, which is what we're going to work on today. So,
correct. That's awesome. Can you talk a little bit about yourself one more time, just so if we have some people, some new people here, and haven't catch the first part of your talk, right?
Yeah.
And a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Allison Arnold, and people call me Doc Ali. And I spent most of my life as a gymnast. I was a level 10 gymnast, and I got a scholarship to do college gymnastics. But I was a very mental gymnast. Like, I think the biggest thing is that I was an overthinker. Like, I would think too much about my skills. Maybe some of you are overthinkers. If you're an overthinker, you can send me some hearts. I see a lot of hearts coming, yes. So from that, I became a mental toughness coach. And for the last 20 years, I have worked with gyms all over the world. I've worked with 15 or so or more college teams, all on the mental part, dealing with fear, dealing with mental blocks, confidence, competition, and just how to stay mentally strong are crazy sport. So that's what I do.
That's awesome. Very good. And what are you bringing to us today, Doc Ali?
Well, I do want to spend the first teeny tiny bit reviewing what we did last time, or not even reviewing it, but talking about just making sure they're still doing it and kind of freshening it up a little bit, because what we talked about was so important last time. And then we are going to do a mental toughness checklist quiz to identify your mental toughness strengths and weaknesses. And then we're going to target 4 weaknesses this week and make you mentally tougher, getting ready to go back in the gym. Because my whole goal is to help you come back better and really work on how to come back even better.
Very good. And do you want the comments to be on, or you want me to turn them off?
The what? The comments?
The comments.
I think the comments can stay on. I like hearing what you guys are writing, and we're going to talk a little bit, and maybe I'll have you guys share. So I'd love to see your comments.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask all the girls and the people making comments there to keep away from all these emojis and a lot of little hearts and stuff like that, just so we can, have the talk here with Doc Ali, and we can see her face and everything else. Otherwise, I'll turn them off for a little bit, and then we come back with them at the end. Okay? All right, so
Great.
I'm gonna let you go on with your inspirational talk, and then we back in a little bit for a dialogue. Okay?
All right.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. So first, I want to review what we worked on in our last session. And I don't know if you remember, but we talked about your neural pathways in your brain, which are little electrical signals that your brain fires whenever you do skills, whenever you do any new activity. Your brain fires these signals and it forms a pathway. And last time when I met with you, we talked about walking through skills and drills outside of the gym to still build your brain and build that pathway. And that is so important. And I think we talked about keepers, grades, and fixers. So we talked about skills that were keepers for you that I want you to walk through, skills that are upgrades for you that I want you to walk through, and then fixers, which is just little corrections that you might want to fix. So just to review that, I want you still this week to spend at least 45 minutes walking through your skills, not visualizing, but walking through your skills as realistic as possible and having little keywords with your skills and doing that at least, again, 45 minutes a day. I would love for you to play rock music in the background that you love to absolutely wire your brain, but I want to build your brain bank so that you can come back better and come back faster. So this week, I want you to recommit to walk through keeper skills, upgrade skills, and fixer skills, and to do that every day. Any questions about that before we go? Remember, we're doing it so that we're building your brain bank and that you come back faster. All right, moving on. So what I want to do now is, we're training your physical skills by walking through them and building your brain. But now we're going to train your mental toughness. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab paper and I want you to number 1 through 10 on that. Someone's asking what I mean by walk through. I mean you're standing up and you're walking through your skills. You don't have to do them. If you can't do them, that's awesome. But you're really walking through your skills, maybe even in slow motion, as realistically as possible. All right, now, number 1 through 10, everyone. And then I'm going to give you a mental toughness characteristic. And I want you to score yourself. Give yourself like a gymnastics score, like a 1 to 10 score, on how much you feel like you are this characteristic. If you don't feel like you're that, you're going to give yourself a lower score. If you do feel like you're that, you're going to give yourself a higher score. All right? So the first thing I want you to rate is number 1, is I want you to rate your confidence. So right next to, write number 1, write confidence, and then give yourself a score like 1 is low and 10 is high and 8.5 and 9.5. Give yourself a score on how confident you are. All right, number 2, give yourself a score on how able to push through fear you are. If you're really good at pushing through fear, I want you to give yourself a 10 or high score. If you're not so good at pushing through fear, I want you to give yourself a lower score. And yeah, you are definitely welcome to share scores with me in the chat. All right. Let me know if I go too fast and you need me to repeat some, we can do it at the very end. So far, number 1 is confident. Number 2 is able to push through fear. Number 3, able to turn around bad days. If you feel like you are good at turning around a bad day, give yourself a high score. If you feel like you're not very good at it, give yourself a lower score. All right. Spring allergies. All right. Able to turn around bad days. All right. Excellent. I'm getting some scores coming in. Number 4, motivated to get back into. If you feel like you're super motivated, like so excited, you're going to give yourself a higher score. If you feel like you're not as motivated, you're going to give yourself a lower score. Motivated for number 4. Number 5, communication with coaches. Do you feel like it's very easy for you to share with your coaches what's going on with you? You share your feelings. If you're hurt, you share. Is that harder for you? If you feel like it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, you're going to give yourself a 10. If you feel like it's hard for you to share your feelings with your coaches, you'll go a little lower. You'll go lower. All right, that's number 5. We have 5 more, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do with these. All right, number 6 is coachable. What I mean by coachable is that you make corrections, you're eager for corrections, you have good body language with your coaches. When your coaches are saying to try this or try this, you're not in your head going like, oh, I can't do that, or that correction's too scary, but you're super coachable. No eye rolling, things like that. All right. Number 7, are you a positive Polly or a negative Nelly? If you're positive, it's positivity. If you're positive, give yourself a high score. If you're more of a negative Nelly, you'll give yourself a lower score. All right. Next, after positive is number 8 is focused. Focused. Are you focused in the gym? If you are, you're going to give yourself a higher score. If you're not, you'll give yourself a lower score. All right, we got 2 more. Next, able to handle competition pressure. If you're good with pressure, you're going to give yourself a higher score. If you feel like you're funky under pressure, you're going to give yourself a lower score. So good under pressure. Good, you guys. And finally, number 10. And I can, if you're missing a number, let me know, but I'll go over them quickly in a moment. Number 10 is gritty. And what I mean by gritty, when we talk about grit, we talk about being unstoppable. Like nothing gets to you. You're totally unstoppable. That's what grit is. So that is grit. Are you unstoppable? Are you able to push through hard situations? That's what being gritty is all about. All right. Excellent. How are you doing with your scoring? Does anyone need anything? We've got confidence, number 1, able to push through fear, number 2, able to turn around bad days, number 3, motivated, number 4, communication with coaches, number 5, coachable, number 6, positive, number 7, focused, number 8, pressure, number 9, gritty, number 10. 7, positive. All right, guys. Now I know that if I write something, I think it's backwards for you. But what you're going to do is turn your paper over, and on the top, you're going to write Mental Toughness Road. All right? Then you're going to draw a big road, which is fat and has 4 squares. All right? So on top, it's going to say Mental Toughness Road. And then you're going to draw a big fat curvy road with 4 squares. H was focus. Did you guys see the road? It says my camera is black. Can you see my road? You probably can. All right. Can you guys see me? Okay. So you're going to draw a big, fat, curvy road. And then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with it. Tell me again. Can you see this? So some of you can, some of you can't. All right. Yay. All right, guys. I'll leave it up for a second. So what I'd like for you to do is you're going to pick 4 days during the next week that you are going to work on your mental toughness road. And above the road, you're going to write on each square, you're going to write the day. So let's say you do tomorrow. Let's say you do Thursday. Let's say you do Saturday. And let's say you do Monday. You're going to write like Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday above the road. Then below the road right here, you're going to pick 4 out of the 10 that you want to work on, and you're going to write those underneath the road. Let's say you write fear, confidence, bad days, coachable. Or let's say you write motivated, positive, focused, and gritty. All right? And Haley's picking up what I'm putting down. So on top of the road, you have your days that you're going to focus on a mental toughness tool. And then on the bottom, you're going to pick 4 out of your 10. Now, some people might pick their bottom 4 because they're like, okay, these are my 4 lowest scores. These are the ones that I really want to work on. And you're going to write them below the road. All right, so once you're at that place, maybe send me some hearts. And then in a minute, great, some hearts are coming in. In a minute, we are going to brainstorm how you can work on these mental tools out of the gym. And in the road, you're going to write what you're going to do that day to train your brain. And we're going to all get super creative. I'm going to put on my creative hat. You're going to put on your creative hats. And we're going to think, okay, I need to be more confident. How am I going to train out of the gym? And I'm going to give you tons of ideas. Okay? So maybe write in the comments, what are the ones that you want to work on? And I would just abbreviate them, like POS for positive, and FOC for focused, and CON for confidence. Let me see some of the ones that you're wanting to work on, and then I'm going to start giving you tons of ideas. Tons of ideas. Pressure. We're going to work on pressure. Okay. Confidence. Good. Calmness. That was one of them, but positive. Excellent. I'm so glad you're having fun. What else? What else is on your list that you want to work on? Communication with coaches, focus, turn on bad days, coachable and gritty, calm, fear, confident, positive, focus, pressure, communication, love it, fear. I'm getting them. Okay, let's start our brain. So again, you are going to write in your road what you're going to do to work on it. And let me give you some ideas. Let's say you want to work on confidence. Well, how can we build your brain with confidence while you're out of the gym? Well, let me give you some ideas. And if you like one, just go ahead and write it in your road. You could make a confidence quote jar. Go and Google tons of confidence quotes, print them out, cut them out, put them in a jar, and every day for the next 2 weeks, you pull out a confidence quote. You can take a dry erase marker and you can put confident quotes all over your bathroom and bedroom mirror. You can decorate it and send it to me. I want to see your mirror. You could make a heart on your hand, and every time you see that heart on your hand, you could take a deep breath, say, I am confident, and put on a confident face and body language. You could challenge yourself to do something that you're not very confident in and make yourself do it and make yourself not say anything bad about yourself inside your head. Let's say you're not confident in you as an artist or as someone who draws. So you're going to challenge yourself to draw a picture and not be like, oh, I'm so bad, not do any negative thoughts. So that's a great idea for confidence. Those are ideas for confidence. Let me give you some ideas for communication with coaches. I think you should challenge yourself, and you should say, this is a Doc Alley challenge, to write a letter to your coaches expressing where you're at right now and expressing some gratitude. So for communication with coaches, you're writing a letter, you're saying, this is part of my Doc Alley assignment. I am making myself more mentally tough by writing a letter to you expressing where you're at, how you've been feeling at home, and maybe some gratitude for what they're doing for you. Love it. I can't wait to hear all about these. I'm going to give you my email before we go because I'm going to want you to email me with what you're doing, and I want to see some pics too. Let's say it's fear. All right, now listen closely to this one. You're going to do a fear factor challenge at home, but it has to be safe and it has to be parentally approved. So let me give you some ideas. Let's say you are afraid of the dark. You might challenge yourself to sit in your basement with the lights out for 5 minutes. And while you're doing it, you breathe and you say, I'm going to be okay. Let's say you're afraid of snakes. Maybe you go to YouTube and you Google a bunch of stuff about snakes, and you have to watch snaky snakes on the YouTube, and you have to say, like, I love snakes, and breathe. Let's say you're afraid of looking silly. Then I think you should do a dance, a super silly dance, and send it out to your gym friends. Or maybe you do a super silly dance in front of your parents. Let's say you are afraid of, what's a good one? Let's say you are afraid of, I had a gymnast I worked with, and she was afraid of taking things out of the oven because 2 years ago she took something out of the oven and her oven mitt caught on fire. And so ever since then, she's like, I'm not taking anything out of the oven. And so she sent me a video of her with her mom there, wearing an oven mitt, taking some brownies out of the oven. So she overcame her fear. If you have a fear of getting in trouble, do not get in trouble. No. You have to pick a new one. That's probably not a great one. I don't want you to do anything that's unsafe and anything that's not parentally approved for your little fear factor challenge. All right. Let's say you wrote coachable for one of them. Well, what coachable is listening to your coaches, making good eye contact, having good body language, and doing what they say right away. So your challenge is, for whatever the day is that you wrote coachable, you have to listen to your parent, one of your parents, and do everything they say for the whole day with good eye contact and positive body language. So if your mom's like, hey, can you go pick up your laundry? You're like, yes, Mom, sure. Your parents are going to love me for that. All right. What if it's something about turning around bad days? If you have to turn around bad days, I want you to practice being Jamaican, that no matter what happens, you're like, no worries, I'm cool, this isn't going to get to me. Or maybe you challenge yourself to do something that frustrates you. Like, let's say you hate Rubik's Cubes, and you're going to do a Rubik's Cube for 15 minutes. And if you start to have a bad day, you start to get frustrated, you're, no, I'm going to do this for that moment. All right, so we're thinking of challenges. If you want to work your focus muscle, do any of you have focus? If you want to work your focused muscle, you're going to maybe do some kind of yoga or meditation, or you're going to keep your mind totally focused and present on what you're doing when you're doing it. So you're not going to multitask one full day. Or you're going to go on YouTube and you're going to YouTube athlete meditation. And there's a meditation on there. All right, one more idea, and then I'm going to see what Daniel has to say about my little assignments here. You know, something else you could do for confident, for motivated, is you can also do what's called TED Talks. And what TED Talks are they're awesome short talks. And let's say you have confidence down there. You might want to YouTube TED, TED Talk on confidence. And you might want to watch a TED Talk on confidence or motivated or turning around bad days or focus. There's amazing TED Talks on focus. And you might want to watch that talk and learn from it. So I'm hoping I'm giving you some ideas. Oh, I see a couple more. Can I give them a couple more? Is that okay, Daniel?
Of course, yeah.
All right. Some people wrote grit. So we're training this out of the gym. How are we going to train your grit out of the gym? Well, grit is doing hard things. It's being unstoppable and pushing yourself to do hard things. So I want you to pick something hard that's hard for you. Maybe you don't like running. Maybe you don't like pull-ups on your chin-up bar. And I want you to push yourself to do one more. It could also be something not gymnastics related. Maybe you push yourself to clean every toilet in your house. Or maybe you push yourself to do something, again, that's hard for you. Like maybe it's hard for you to do a puzzle or hard for you to do math, and you're going to be unstoppable. One more. People said positive. If working on your positivity, I think you should have a day where you're over positive. Even if you're sarcastic and with everything that happens all day, you're like, great. Or you're like, perfect. Now I get the chance to be even more positive. Or let's say something bad happens, like you spill stuff all over the floor. You spill blueberries. You take the blueberries out of the refrigerator and they go everywhere. And it's positive day. And so you're like, great. And now I get the chance to work on my patience. You're like so positive about anything that happened. All right. How are we doing? Do I have Have I given you lots of ideas for your mental toughness strengthening road? Anyone
Oh yeah,
stuck?
this is awesome.
Thank you. I'm glad you love my vids. You guys can always go to like my Facebook page, and I have lots of video there on Head Games World. But what we're doing now is we're actually building your brain pathways by working these mental toughness tools out of the gym so that they pay off in the gym. Because if you push through fear, let's say you have that fear, maybe you're afraid to call and order takeout, you know, and you're going to push yourself that you're going to call and do the whole takeout order for your family. Because when you push through fear and you have that mental chatter, like, oh, I don't want to call, I don't want to do this, oh, you know, you push through that chatter, that's the same chatter that you're going to have when you come back in the gym. So we're working through it now so that you can work through it later in the gym when you're back.
Yeah, this is all good, and I mean, for sure, this works for everything, not just gymnastics.
Yeah, and this is
really
good for
good.
building all of these muscles. Because if you look at your 1 to 10 list, yeah, it's not just about gymnastics. Those 1 to 10 go for everything. It's going to go for school. It's going to go for life after school. It's going to go.
That's because it's about yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's about yourself, it's applied everywhere.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, that's so good. Did you talk to them about the camp you were preparing?
I haven't talked to them about that yet, and I definitely want to. You guys, for motivation, I saw someone say about motivated. I think you should watch videos that motivate you, like college videos, or you can also make a poster or a vision board, or you can do motivational quotes. So you guys, if you want to keep training your mind, we are doing a Come Back Like a Boss camp, and it starts a week from tomorrow. And it's very inexpensive because of COVID and everything. It's 6 weeks of camp for $39. And if you want to do that camp with me, you can either email me, I'll send you the link, and let me give you my email. It's docali, DOCALI, at headgamesworld.com. You can see Head Games World right underneath Gotham Gymnastics. So it's DOCALI at Head Games World. It's going to be an awesome 6-week camp, all on building these mental tools so that you come back like a boss and come back better.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for doing this one more time. We always love to have you here. I mean, you have a lot of knowledge, and we love to learn with you.
Awesome. Really work your mental toughness, guys. Always awesome to be with you. Thank you for all the hearts. I'm sending you hearts.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Hey, guys. Was this awesome or not, right? I mean, Doc Ali, it's tons of knowledge there. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to do. Some good organizational workouts for you guys, mental workouts, so you can follow through, okay? Try to check out her camp, and we're gonna be back tomorrow with more workouts for you. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are being safe and doing your schoolwork, okay? Don't forget that. I hope soon we're gonna be able to reopen not just our gymnastics facilities, but also our communities, okay? Let's keep it positive. Let's keep pushing through. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.